Howdy folks, welcome back. I'm Red and this is a follow-on video from the skills distribution video that I did earlier. I'll post a link in the description section. Go and take a look at that first if you haven't seen it, because I talk about they kind of meld together quite well. Couldn't do a video on the both because it would have been too long. Okay, so this is about attribute distribution, I guess. Before I start, there's no right or wrong way to do it. This is kind of generic for builds, specific builds. They're definitely a slightly better way to do things, but this is how I feel about where I was at the end of my second playthrough and the slight differences I made from my first playthrough that I was really happy about, and the changes I made, and I was glad I did them. And in my next playthrough, I'm probably going to stick with this as well because they did seem to work quite well. Okay, so for our attributes, there are, what's that, 6, is it? 1, 2, 3, 7. There's 7 things you could take: coordination, luck, awareness, strength, speed, intelligence, and charisma. When I started my first playthrough, I put all my points. When I built my four characters, obviously this doesn't work for NPCs, only for characters that you create. When I created my first 4 characters on my first playthrough, I put all my points into intelligence, which gives you an extra 25% crit chance, a bit more crit damage, bit more heal chance, and it gives you 1 skill point every 2 intelligence, which means you get an extra 5 skill points when you get to level 10. I thought that was good when I did it, but as it turned out, 5 points really isn't that much. So on the next playthrough, which is these characters that you're looking at here, I dumped intelligence, and at the beginning of character creation for all of my guys, I put 10 points into charisma, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And then I dumped all the points out of luck, awareness, strength, speed, and intelligence. So with 10 charisma, I put all the remaining points that I could get into coordination. And as I was playing through, I built up my coordination first. So once I got coordination and charisma up to level 10, then I started focusing on other things. Coordination obviously gives you max AP points plus 5, and some status effect resistance plus 35%. But it's the AP that's the most important part. So when you get to the point where, and it won't take long because you level up, especially with charisma, I'll talk about that in a minute. With coordination, you want that as fast as you possibly get, because then you'll have the maximum AP in your encounters, and get that as soon as you possibly can. Now, the reason I put charisma to level 10 first off is because I wanted the extra 30% XP bonus and the extra 10% mission reward bonus, because my first playthrough, the skills that I had chosen, and in the skill video you'll see not all of them got to level 10 at the end, and I wasn't very happy about that. So I thought in my next playthrough I wanted anything that would offer me an extra XP. Now there is a soft cap. In my first playthrough my guys got to level 26, and in this one they're going to get to level 29. And you'd think with the extra 30% bonus, I thought it would be a lot higher than that. But there's some diminishing returns between 28 and 29 cost 61,000. Between to get from 27 to 28 costs 53,000. So there's like an 8k difference there, and it makes a massive difference. So you do get an extra 4 levels, which kind of helps out with, you get an extra 4 points in attributes, so it's worth it. But it's not crazy. It's still not enough to build out all these lines to the max. But the beauty of having 10 points in charisma and getting that XP is because of the diminishing returns. The first 10 to 15 levels you just fly through them. So early game it really helps out with leveling up and getting those extra skill points and building up your character really fast. The added bonus that I didn't really think of at the time was the extra 22% in strike rate. Now strike rate is speed at which your special ability, I forget what it's called now and I can't see it because I'm on the main map, builds up. And with that extra strike rate, I found that every encounter, even before I fired a shot from the last encounter, a lot of my characters had their special ability ready to go, and that special is great. especially on the LMG guy and the SMG guy, and even with the sniper guys, with the robots, getting that CPU shot at the beginning makes massive amounts of difference to the encounter. So the strike rate was awesome, and I think on my next playthrough I'll definitely go down this route again. 10 points into charisma, and then build up my coordination up to 10, and then work on the rest, which I'll talk about in a second. The quirk I took in the second playthrough was Poindexter, which gives me +1 bonus skill point every 2 levels up. It does have a massive hit to your con, and I'm not going to lie, it was challenging. But on hard mode, what I found was even my Marshal Quan, who had Virtutin armor on, who didn't have a quirk, so he didn't have the negative effects of Poindexter, if he was out in the open, he would still get one shot, especially by melee NPC characters, man. Fucking LA it hard, honestly. So the con, I didn't really think that it was a massive deal. I thought it might have been with Poindexter. I thought it might have been when I started, but as it turned out, it wasn't so bad. I don't know if I'm going to do that with super hard mode. I still might, because I think I might miss. With that +1 bonus skill point every 2 levels, obviously when you get to level 28, that's 14 extra skill points. So, I mean, you can see from my guys here, I've got 4 lines. 4 lines fully up to 10. This one's got 5. That's crazy. I don't know how I did that. Yeah. So it's great for getting your characters up to 10 points on the skill sets that you want. Combined with the extra charisma and Poindexter is really good for getting your characters super cool, super fast. It's you. Bear with me. I took Bookworm for the extra experience as well. So as you can see on this playthrough, it was all about the XP really, and it did okay. It was okay. It was challenging. But it was okay. There was no point did I ever think I'm not high enough level here. I have to go away and level up a bit to come back. Because I always felt a little bit ahead of the curve with the charisma and the Poindexter. I always felt like I was not overpowered, but fine with it, like, you know. So the extra con, losing the extra con, is worth the extra strike rate and the extra experience. After I got coordination up to 10, with the exception of the sniper, I started building up my awareness and my strength. Now, the strength you need for the armor set, and for the armor, I got, just go to inventory here. For the armor, I got the nuclear armor set, which is 8 strength, and this with the exoskeleton was 7 strength, and the Chemtech suit is 4 strength with 6 weird science, and the Virtutin is 9. And on this guy here, I do have the Spectrum Assault set on it, which is 0 strength, but I wanted to get it up to 8 to get the power armor. But with the NPCs, they starting attributes are all over the place, so it was kind of hard to build their strength up really. I'll change that on the next playthrough and I'll get their strength up there. With the exception of the sniper, who didn't need any strength, so I dumped all the strength out of the sniper. I would have got rid of that one if I could. But we'll come back to it now, because these 3 characters are pretty much all the same. So I built up awareness, which obviously when you get to 10 gives you an extra 12% hit chance and an extra 35% bonus range. All my characters are ranged characters, by the way. I've got no melee or no brawling guys in my, even though I've got some skills. They were kind of just because I could really. I had the extra points to spend. I think if I could do it differently in the next playthrough, I wouldn't go full strength. I would just get, like this guy, get him up to 8 for the armor set. And I think this one was on 8, so that was fine. And this one was on 8. So I did okay with the other guys. I got him up to 9. But I probably would have saved 2 points there and put it into probably intelligence. I didn't bother with the luck, because the lucky action, the penetration, I found was negated by the better weapons. Later on you get like weapons with 99 pen. The lucky action chance where the thing appears above you, you know, when you do a lucky dodge or you get a lucky crit, They're okay, but I think the intelligence with the 25% crit chance and the critical damage is probably better. So on the sniper guy, I did put it in luck, but on my next playthrough I will be putting it into intelligence because I didn't think luck was a good choice. So that was a bit of a mistake that. But on my main guys, didn't really bother with it. I did put a point into it. But I probably would save that point now, and I'd probably save that speed point. I'll come to the speed in a minute. And probably would have built that intelligence up as far as I can for the crit chance and the crit damage. Speed. I didn't think speed was that important because combat speed and the initiative. I was always starting my engagements. If I accidentally started engagement, I probably just reloaded it, to be honest with you, because when they start, you really on the back burner. So I think 95% of engagements you generally get to play first anyway, and since the most encounters were lasting 2 or 3 rounds, I didn't think that initiative and evasion. The evasion's a pretty cool thing to have, I'm not gonna lie. But with the combat speed and initiative, I didn't think it was like super important. The evasion is a bit of a deal, but I was kind of, if you position yourself right, then yeah, you got your healer ready to go, and you pick any guys up, then you kind of negate it a little bit, and it's just a hard, because it's only infinite points. You have to make choices. You can be more rounded if you want, and put like 5 into speed and 5 into awareness and 5 into intelligence. But what I found was the difference between 9 and 10 was a big deal. Like if you look at charisma, you get what is it, 18% bonus, and then level 10 was 30% bonus, so it was a difference of 12%. And it's the same with the rest of them as well. Perception plus 6, awareness was range damage. Range damage level 9 is 27%, level 10 is 35%. So I kind of having the level 10 stuff appealed to me, so I forgot about speed and I just worked around it, and it was fine. It was fine. And I think with awareness, obviously, the extra hit chance was great. The perception is neither here nor there, and the extra 35% range damage bonus is spot on. And all my characters are ranged, so it worked out for me. So yeah, so luck and speed, not so great. And if I could change anything, I would probably just bring that strength down by 2 points and put it into intelligence. With the other guys, they would have dubbed that luck there. That was a mistake. I'll keep that on 1. I'll keep speed on 1, and I'll put intelligence up. And with the sniper guy, I would have gone full intelligence and maybe a couple of points into luck. Forbid speed and strength. Don't bother with strength because your armor set doesn't require any strength at all. And I think this is generally the best armor set you can get for the sniper. Critical chance 12%, initiative 10%, detection time wherever, evasion 3%, combat speed. Not massive, not awesome. But, she sits at the back anyway, and she's generally out of the way. Don't get me wrong, if anything hits her, she falls over. But that was generally the case on hard mode with them all anyway. On easy mode, you'll be grand. You'll be grand. I think with the extra charisma on normal mode, rather, you'll go through your level so fast, and I think you'll just be overpowered. The charisma, going down the charisma line, just in normal mode, just make you super overpowered. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So, did I miss anything? Poindexter. I think on my next playthrough, I don't know if I mentioned this, I might change that, but I don't know, I think I might miss all those skill points. Because that's at level 26 or whatever, that's 13 skill points, that is, it's quite a bit. But there are some really good quirks to take. I'm interested in the extra damage quirk, and I'm interested in the extra AP quirk, so I don't know. I'm going to do a really hard mode, I forget the name of it. It's like, I think I'll do it on the playthrough actually, so keep your eyes open for that. And we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, there it is. I hope it helps. If you guys got any thoughts on it and you think I'm being an arsehole about something, let me know. And let me know fast and in a nice way. And I'll take that into account and I'll give it some thought before I start off my next playthrough. Okay, great stuff. Intelligence. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.